if there's one word of advice I could give, it would be do not waste your high school years. Because this is a mistake that I made, and a lot of other people have made that same mistake. And I do not want other people to make the same mistake. Many people when they're in high school think that none of it matters, and all the events, the prom and the dances and the sporting events and all that stuff, they do not go to them, they ignore them, and they're like, oh, who cares about that? I'm not missing out on anything. But really you are. But you don't realize it until you graduate. I just recently graduated, and I can tell you that I was not expecting to miss out on my senior year, but I did because of the global shutdowns. I was expecting that I would be able to go to prom and homecoming and senior week, all these different things. But they didn't end up happening because the government decided to shut down the whole country for 8 months. And that happened while I would have been in school, And I would not have expected that during my junior year, sophomore year, freshman year. I was not expecting that to happen. So that's why, junior year, I didn't go to junior prom, because I was like, I'll go to senior prom. That didn't end up happening, And I did not see that coming, nobody saw that coming, but that's what ended up happening, So when you are in school, I would recommend, take advantage of stuff and join a sport team, I was on the swim team, but I could have done more. I could have been on the soccer team, because I'm good at soccer. I think I used to do soccer, but I didn't do it in high school. I should have done it. Or, go hang out with friends, Many people when they're in high school, they just sit inside like, oh, I'll play video games a lot. Don't do that. You're gonna regret it, because you're not going to remember the days you spent playing video games. You're going to remember the time when you were hanging out with friends and you went out and did things. That's what creates memories, You don't want to just play video games all day, because you're not gonna remember that. You're gonna forget those. You're not gonna remember, remember when I beat this level in this video game? You're not gonna remember that. You're gonna forget that. You will not forget the time that you spent with your friends. And that might sound cheesy, but it's true. It's true. I think that is the best advice I can give, is don't waste your high school years, because you have no idea what's going to happen. Because I thought that I would have a normal senior year, but I didn't, because no one saw it was coming, that the government was going to shut down the whole country with quarantine and all that stuff. Nobody expected that to happen. But it ended up happening. That was difficult because it hasn't really ended. So if you're like a senior this year, it might be kind of difficult, but make the best of it. Do what you can, Even if your school's online, try to see if your classmates are willing to hang out, Try to make the best of it, even if it's difficult, Because you'll regret it if you don't. You might not realize it now, but I'm telling you, you will regret it if you don't make the best of your years, because they're gonna end. Many people think like, oh, I'll be, they forget that time goes by, and they think, oh, I'll be in high school forever, and then they graduate, and then they're like, oh, now I'm an adult. Time really does go by fast. I know it might sound like a boomer when I say that, but it's true. It does. So yeah, make the best of it. Don't waste any time.